Dell's Boomi AtomSphere is an integration process generator. It generates integration processes. The objects you see here linked together produce an integration process. This process extracts data from Microsoft Dynamics GP, formerly called Great Plains, translates the data into a format that Salesforce.com can read, then loads the data into Salesforce.com. This is a typical ETL process, or extract, translate, and load. Integration processes are created by dragging and dropping Boomi execution and logic objects onto the Boomi workspace. The objects are configured and then linked together. Let's take a closer look at each object. The first object is known as a start shape, but really it's a connector object. Now you can see that there are 4 parameters for this connector object: the connector, action, connection, and operation. The first parameter is connector. Boomi has developed connector types for many data sources. In this case, we choose Microsoft Dynamics GP, formerly known as Great Plains. The second parameter is action, and we select query because we want to query the data. The third parameter is connection, and this is where we enter credentials for the connection to Microsoft Dynamics GP data, and specifically which database. In this case, we're attaching to the database name 2, which is the sample data in Microsoft Dynamics GP. The fourth parameter, operation, selects which data object we are selecting from the Microsoft Dynamics GP database. And in this case, we are selecting the customer master object. Let's go back to the integration process and look at the Salesforce.com connector. Under connector, we select Salesforce.com. Under action, we click send because we want to send the data to Salesforce.com. Under connection, we put in the information required to connect to Salesforce.com. Under operation, we select the object account. The data object is account because we want to send the data to the account data object in Salesforce.com. Let's go back to the integration process, and we'll look at the data mappings between Dynamics GP and Salesforce.com. Here you can see the data mappings between the fields in Dynamics GP on the left, with the fields from Salesforce.com on the right. As you can see, the country field from Dynamics GP has been mapped to the billing country and to the shipping country for Salesforce.com. These field mappings can be manually created, or you may use a great tool developed by Boomi called Boomi Suggests. When you click Boomi Suggests, the software looks up a list of standard field mappings from many installations and suggests mappings for all the fields. You may select all, some, or none of these mappings. In this case, I accepted all the suggested field mappings, and that's what you see here. Not all source and destination fields will map one-to-one, and Boomi gives you a facility to write small pieces of code to resolve that issue. In this case, I did write a piece of code to split one field, statement name, into 2 fields, last name and first name, through a little bit of scripting. I created an input called name and 2 outputs called first name and last name, and a little bit of JavaScript code. Dell's Boomi AtomSphere is a very powerful tool that creates integration processes to link applications, whether they're in the cloud, in a private cloud, or on-premise. Thank you for watching Introduction to Dell's Boomi AtomSphere.